Hey everyone, how are you? How is Tuesday treating you? What have you been up to? Tell me. And has anyone got Disney Plus? I don't know if anyone has. Has anybody watched Hamilton or Frozen 2 yet? Because I never went to see Frozen 2 at the cinema. So I actually managed to watch it for the first time last night. It was very good. I was very impressed. And I have seen Hamilton before. I did see Hamilton. I was lucky enough to see Hamilton on the stage, which was amazing. But watching the original cast was really interesting as well, to see how they've tweaked and changed it. So if anyone's got Disney Plus, Frozen 2 and Hamilton, give them a watch, definitely. Hello Cheryl, happy birthday! Happy birthday. I can't believe you're joining us on your birthday, you mad woman. Hi Lynn, Martin refuses to get it. I am very, very surprised with the amount of Star Wars stuff on there, because he's quite a Star Wars person, isn't he? There's loads of Star Wars stuff in there, and all of the makings of and all of that is great. And yeah, Hamilton, just the amount of Disney stuff, all the Marvel stuff's on there as well. I have to say, I didn't think it would be worth it, but it definitely is. It definitely is. It's all my kind of films, really, so it was good. Hi, Sue. You need to get Disney Plus. Go and see Hamilton. It's really good. Hi, Melissa. You watched Frozen 2. Is that Charlotte as well? Watched Frozen 2 the day it came out with pizza. Excellent stuff. Oh, there's some great stuff on Disney Plus. But yeah, Frozen 2. I was very impressed. With Frozen 2. Yeah, it was cool. What else have I been doing? Script writing for pantomime as well. Hoping that Panto's still going to go ahead in December. Who knows? It is Charlotte. I thought it was Charlotte. Hello, Charlotte. Yeah, so hoping Panto's going to go ahead. Really excited about auditions for Tunbridge Community Pantomime. So if you get a chance, have a look on Facebook, Tunbridge Community Pantomime, and give their page a like for me. Because yeah, we're getting really excited about auditions at the end of this month. That we're going to try and do online, so it's going to be interesting. But we're asking people to send things in, so yeah, it'll be exciting. Really exciting. Awesome stuff. Love that. Cool. So today, watercolour painting. Let me put you guys on my very, very trusty, there we go, my little trusty tripod, so I can see. Oh, the other thing I need to tell you guys, look what came through the post. Oh, it's probably reversed for you actually, isn't it? You probably can't read that at all. It says summer holidays. So this is our August leaflet, which has just come through the post. I'm very, very excited about those. Yeah, sorry, I forget that it's reversed for you guys. Charlotte, who are you auditioning for? I'm not sure I'm going to audition this year. I don't know. It's Little Red Riding Hood is the panto, so who knows. I think I'm probably a bit too big to play Little Red Riding Hood. Hi Joe, nice to see you. Excellent stuff. So let's get cracking. I am going to use a fairly small brush today actually, but with a nice point on. And what we're going to be painting is a series of birds, so that they're sitting next to each other on a wire. But it's quite, again, a bit like yesterday, it's just a slightly different style. There's not much detail. Excuse me, sorry, there's not much detail involved at all. So it's more about the colour is what we're going to work on today. So let's get started. I normally do this quite small. I normally create this one as quite a small little picture. So it would be interesting for me to do this bigger than I normally would. So hopefully it'll come out okay. We're going to do them one at a time and leave gaps in between to then paint the ones in between so that they have time to dry. Probably didn't explain that very well. So when we paint them, we don't actually want to use that much water because otherwise you'll be waiting for ages to dry. So yeah, it will be good. Oh, Charlotte, excellent. You're going to come to the Witches and Wizards camp. Awesome stuff. Hi, Angie. How you doing? I know, my blue hair's fading fast. But hopefully now the hairdresser's back open, my hairdresser will be working again, which will be very cool. Right, let's drop you guys down so you can see. Move that out of the way. There we go. So hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing there. So we're going to start with, I'll tell you what I'm actually going to do is just draw. You don't have to do this, but I'm just going to help guide myself. I'm just going to draw a very, very faint pencil line along there, as straightish as I can, just to give me a bit of a guideline. So I've done that about 2/3 down, just to give me a hand really with what I'm doing. So I'm going to start with maybe some blue. So I'm going to go maybe with a little bit of dark blue. And I'm just going to do a nice little shape here of literally almost like a figure of 8. Okay. So this, I normally do this really small, so this is going to be really interesting to do it bigger. There we go, let's add some more water in there. So I'm kind of doing a bit of a figure of 8, so hopefully you guys can see this shape. And I'm going to add some more pigment into there and just drop some in. Needs to be a little bit darker, I think, on one side. And the beauty of these is that you can really play with the colours as well, so they don't have to just be one colour. You know, you could get, I might put a little bit of purple into him as well. If you wanted to mix up some colours, you can mix some up as well. And they're really just allowing the colours to blend into each other. As I say, I'm not using too much water because just enough to allow it to blend, but I'm not using too much because I want it to dry before I do the bird next to it. Let's give that a good rinse off. So I'm going to hold that up because I think it's kind of, it's not too wet, so that you can see the shape that I'm talking about. So you've got that kind of almost a figure of 8 kind of shape. So they're quite plump birds. They're quite round birds. So let's do the next one. So I'm going to leave a gap for one bird, and then I'm going to do the next one. So I might go for a little bit of an orangey bird for this one. So again, you don't have to go for the colours I'm going by. You can really have a play around with them. Ah, Imogen and Esme, hello. Excellent stuff. You're back. You're back. So we're painting birds today. So for this one, I'm going to kind of make him be a little bit sideways. So there's his head, and we get his body. So it's even less of a curve on that one. And I'm probably just gonna, I might drop a little bit of brown into his. I always say he for animals that I'm doing. I don't know why. A little bit of brown into him. I think because we've got cats that are boys, maybe. Especially around his head. That's a nice colour. And then we want to get that tail out as well. So again, I'm going to go a bit of an angle with the tail, just to make him look like he's going a bit sideways, because hopefully he'll be leaning on the one that's in between there. There we go. So again, I will lift this up so that you guys can see. Just trying not to use too much water. When you're told with watercolours to use a lot of water quite a lot of the time, you then forget that actually you need it to dry. So there we go. So he's going a little bit sideways. So he's going to be leaning on my bird next to him. So I'm going to leave a gap again. And then the next one I'm going to do a little bit closer because I quite like the idea of them being a little bit squidged up at the end there. So I might use a bit of red. Use some nice red there. So leave a gap for one, but not too much of a gap. So I'm actually going to come a bit closer. There we go. And again, a bit more like the first one. I'm going to really do that nice figure of 8. And get his little plump little bottom. sitting on the line there. There we go. I might make him a little bit darker actually. Just bring in a little bit more red. And again, not forgetting his tail either. Lovely feathers. And I might add a little ring of yellow or orange really, around there. So you know some birds have kind of different colour feathers, don't they, around their neck. So I'm going to let him dry. Just soften that edge there. Oh, someone's beeping their horn outside. Apologies for that. As you do. Okay, so I'm going to let that one dry. So let me hold that up so you guys can see our 3 birds so far. So we're just going to add in the other ones. And I'm going to add one in here, which I might go for a nice yellow actually, especially next to that orange. So that it looks like this one's kind of leaning on him a little bit. So I'm going to go round, give him his head, and then make sure his body comes quite close to that one next to it. Here we go. So he looks like he's really leaning on him. And again, I'm just going to probably add some orange in the top there. So you can really play with seeing how many colours you can get on a bird. Probably quite a few. Add a little bit of red in the top there as well, a little bit pinky red. Maybe in his tail. Just smooth out that line a little bit more. There we go. And then let's go for one in here. How dry is that? Let's have a look. See the light shining on it. It's not too bad actually. So I might go for a nice bit of blue. Again for this one. I might make him quite a nice dark blue actually. So again, we really want to kind of squidge him in here. A nice kind of body shape. There we go. It's a nice kind of figure of 8-ish. Seems to have a smaller head than everyone else. He's just got a bigger body. Maybe he's just got a bigger body. But again, you know, you do not have to pick the colours that I'm picking. You can vary it as you want, really. There we go. So I might just add maybe a different blue into there. Into that side, and maybe some green. Might add some green into him. I've got a lovely kind of emeraldy green here, which is beautiful, which we could add into him. There we go. Maybe a little bit on his head. And then our final bird, we're going to really squidge him up to here. So I might go for that green again actually, or maybe a slightly, I think I've got more of an olive green here, sage green. Okay, so we're going to really squidge him up and make him look like he's going behind the red one. So I'll hold that up in a minute so that you can really see what I mean. Make him nice and plump. Oh, that's a nice green. And what I might do is add some brown into that as well. Maybe on his head. And a nice brown head. Oh, I forgot his tail. There we go. I might add some of that brown into the tail actually. There we go. I'm just going to let that colour blend as it goes. So hopefully you guys can see that. I don't want to hold it up too much in case that brown runs too much. But can you see that he just looks like, because I've just curved him round, he looks like he's just behind that red one. He's looking gorgeous. So the next thing we're going to do is outline our wire that our birds are sitting on. So if you've got a black, use a black. I've got a brown. I haven't got any black in here. So I'm just going to use the very, very tip of the brush for where that that pencil line is, for where I want it to go. I'm just going to very, very, very carefully draw up to where the bird is and drag it across. And I'm just following that pencil mark only because I know that I'm not very good at straight lines. There we go. Pull them across. There we go. I'm just using the very, very tip of the brush just to get that really nice thin line across there. And then what I might do is just add a couple of bird's feet in. So let's just add one there. Maybe one there because he's a bit sideways as well, isn't he? Maybe a couple for him. Again, just try and use, I've made that one a little bit thick, so just try and use the very, very tip of the brush. I might put in one there as well just to finish it off. There we go. And there you have it. Whoop, she says, dropping it. Our line of birds on a wire, using lots and lots of nice colours, really nice blending going on, and it's just a really simple image, but really effective. You get them all kind of squished up together. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed that. Thank you so much for joining. It's been really nice to see you all. I've just seen your message, Cheryl. You forgot all their tails. I know, I nearly forgot the tail of the last one, to be fair. But yeah, as you go along, don't forget their tails. Don't forget to add them in. Oh, thank you, Angie. They are quite cute. But as I say, I normally paint them really, really small. So it's interesting for me to see them on a bigger piece. But yeah, they're lovely, and you can paint them with like more natural colours. Obviously these are kind of big and bright and bold, but if you wanted to paint them more natural colours you can. And yeah, they're just really effective. They're really lovely. I like them. Thank you for joining. What else do I have to say to you? Tomorrow you will need exactly the same. So you just need watercolour paper, paints, a brush and a water jar. That's all you will need with you tomorrow. Thank you so much for joining. If you liked this video, if you've liked doing all of the things at Arty Farty Retreat so far online, please do post either a recommendation or a review, either on our Facebook page or on Google, would be amazing. And please do share this video if you've enjoyed it. Don't forget to post pictures of your fabulous birds below. I can't wait to see what colours and things you guys have used. It'd be really cool. See you guys tomorrow at 2 PM. We'll be doing more painting and more fun. Have a good rest of your day. See you soon. Bye.